Have you ever felt it? That creeping, insidious weight deep within, a silent parasite feeding on your very essence, slowly transforming you from the inside out? Picture a spectral root, emerging from the Earth's cold embrace, deceptively bland in its pallid exterior, yet harboring an unseen, almost predatory power. This is the Daikon, a monstrously large, subterranean sentinel, a silent witness to the unseen battles waged within your own flesh. It is not merely a vegetable. It is a primal force, a hidden weapon forged in the very soil, designed to confront the grotesque accumulations that plague the modern human form. Its mildness is a cunning deception, masking the relentless, meticulous work it performs, a subtle terror unfolding beneath the veil of normalcy. The sheer volume of this root, sometimes growing to an unsettling length, suggests a profound connection to the Earth's deepest, darkest secrets, drawing up potent energies not meant for casual observation. We speak of internal landscapes, vast and intricate, often overlooked until the tendrils of illness begin to tighten their grip. This white behemoth stands ready, an ancient, fibrous architect, poised to dismantle and reconstruct. Its very presence on your plate is a silent challenge, an unspoken invitation to a gruesome internal purge. The air itself seems to thicken with anticipation as you contemplate its stark, unnerving presence, a stark white blade against the backdrop of your vibrant, yet increasingly compromised, life. Its commonality belies its profound, almost magical properties, pushing the boundaries of what we understand about simple nourishment. Deep within its fibrous core lies a legion of enzymes, microscopic, silent architects of decay and renewal. They are not gentle caretakers but merciless scavengers, programmed to seek out and dismantle the viscous, clinging fat that suffocates your internal organs, a relentless tide of adipose corruption. Imagine these enzymes as countless tiny mouths, gnawing, liquefying, breaking down the very architecture of unwanted accumulation, turning solid dread into soluble whispers, ready for expulsion. They work with a cold, unwavering precision, untroubled by conscience, driven solely by their inherent purpose to purge. Your liver, that besieged fortress constantly processing the spectral horrors of processed foods and environmental pollutants, finds an unlikely ally in this pale root. The Daikon doesn't merely support. It galvanizes, sharpening the liver's blunted edges, helping it to filter the dark ichor that flows through your veins, a silent, internal bloodbath waged against unseen invaders. It is a tireless guardian, ensuring that the filtration labyrinth of your body remains unclogged, preventing the insidious backflow of toxins that seek to re-enter and poison your core. The sheer volume of this unseen labor is staggering, a constant war against entropy. This ancient root also pulses with a vital, yet often overlooked, essence of vitamin C, not merely a nutrient, but a fortifying agent against the invisible scourges that seek to unravel your very cellular fabric. Think of it as a defiant spark in the suffocating darkness, a beacon against the microscopic decay that gnaws at your internal structures, repairing the subtle fractures before they become gaping wounds. This isn't just about warding off a common cold. It's about rebuilding the battlements of your being, strengthening the fragile walls that protect your genetic code from the corrosive whispers of environmental aggression. The Daikon delivers this vital force in a potent, unadulterated form, raw and direct, bypassing the compromises of modern processing. It's an almost ritualistic infusion of resilience, preparing your body for the endless onslaught. The body's demand for such fortification is incessant, a silent plea for renewal. The true horror, however, lies in its unflinching ability to aid fat digestion, transforming the dense, suffocating deposits within your body into a more manageable, less insidious form. Imagine the slow, internal suffocation, the silent siege of accumulation, as excess fat clings to your organs, thickening your blood and dulling your senses, turning your living tissue into a sluggish, unresponsive mass. Then picture the relentless, unseen current generated by Daikon's enzymes, tearing through that viscous shroud, liquefying the unwelcome, reducing it to a state where it can be mercilessly expelled. This isn't a gentle nudge. It's an internal excavation, a cold, brutal dissection of the unwanted, almost a pre-digestive assault. It's a liberation, yes, but one that first requires a dismantling, a controlled destruction of what has become too comfortable within you. The process can feel almost invasive, as if an alien entity has entered to rectify your internal disarray. This same cleansing fury extends to the very boundaries of your being, through the weeping pores of your skin and the grinding mills of your kidneys. Daikon acts as an internal irritant, a subtle prod, forcing the spectral invaders, those unseen toxins, those corrosive whispers of environmental pollution and metabolic waste, out of their hidden sanctuaries. These specters of your indulgences, seeking refuge in the deepest crevices of your tissues, begin their agonizing exodus. Through your skin, they manifest as an unusual clarity, but before that, perhaps a momentary surge of minor eruptions, as if the very surface of your body is shedding an old, poisoned skin. It is an outward sign of an inward struggle, a visual testament to the horrifying expulsion. Through the kidneys, the Daikon orchestrates a relentless filtering, a meticulous sifting of the dark detritus from the vital fluids, ensuring that your blood, the very river of life, runs less tainted, less murky with the accumulated horrors of your existence. Vivid fact 1. In ancient folklore, the Daikon, with its root plunging deep into the earth, was sometimes believed to act as a spiritual siphon, drawing out not only physical impurities, but also lingering negative energies from the body, an almost mystical exorcism of internal corruption. This notion speaks to a profound, intuitive understanding of its deep cleansing capabilities, extending beyond mere physiology into the realm of the unseen, touching upon the very essence of human vitality and spiritual burden. It suggests a connection between the physical and the ephemeral, a bridge built by this pale, potent root. Even in its most mundane culinary forms, whether sliced into crisp, biting fragments for a salad or simmering gently within the depths of a restorative soup, Daikon never truly relinquishes its profound, unsettling power. Its crisp, cold bite in a salad is a stark, almost startling sensation, a sudden awakening of the palate, a reminder of its raw, untamed essence. This isn't just flavor. It's a cold, sharp pronouncement, an internal signal that transformation has begun. In soups, it softens, yes, but its enzymes remain active, working in the warmth, infusing the broth with its cleansing properties, turning a simple meal into a silent, potent elixir. The very act of consumption becomes a pact, a ritual of internal reckoning, a conscious invitation for this subterranean force to enter and perform its grim, necessary work. It is a palatable portal to internal alchemy. When fermented, Daikon undergoes an even more profound, almost alchemical transformation, becoming a living, breathing entity teeming with unseen microbial life. This is where it truly delves into the shadowed abyss of your gut, fostering a chaotic yet beneficial ecosystem of bacteria. Imagine a miniature, microscopic war unfolding within your intestines. Good bacteria battling the insidious encroachers, the silent legions of decay that seek to undermine your digestive integrity and seep their poisons into your bloodstream. Daikon, in its fermented form, becomes a general in this unseen war, supplying vital reinforcements, strengthening the internal defenses, and restoring the delicate balance that protects you from within. The bubbling, pungent ferment is a sign of this unseen activity, a vibrant, terrifying process of life and death, constantly reshaping your internal landscape. It is a primal stew, brimming with the very essence of life's relentless struggle. Vivid fact 2. When grated, Daikon releases potent compounds called isothiocyanates, which are actually part of the plant's natural defense mechanism against pests, causing an almost immediate, pungent cry, as its cellular structure is broken, a chemical scream that heralds its readiness to aggressively cleanse and protect your internal ecosystem. This primal chemical release, a defense mechanism against external threats, becomes an internal weapon for your benefit, activating its full destructive potential in a very literal, visceral way, transforming its benign appearance into a potent, almost volatile agent. The continuous battle waged by Daikon against your internal decay extends beyond simple digestion. It's about reclaiming territory, systematically purging the insidious buildup that dulls your senses and saps your vitality. This is a relentless process of internal renovation, tearing down the old, the putrid, and the useless to make way for a purer, more vital existence. The silent labor of the Daikon within you is an echoing testament to nature's brutal efficiency, a reminder that even the most benevolent forces can employ methods that border on the unsettling. It strips away the layers of accumulated waste, revealing the raw, unadorned truth of your internal state, leaving nowhere for the shadows to hide. This white root offers no gentle solutions, only a determined, almost surgical approach to your inner chaos. Every fiber of this root is dedicated to this task, a cold, unyielding commitment to internal purification. It doesn't offer comfort, it offers a confrontation. It forces your body to shed what it no longer needs, sometimes violently, sometimes subtly, but always with an unwavering resolve. This radical cleansing can feel disquieting, like being stripped bare from the inside out, exposing vulnerabilities you never knew existed. The sheer force of its detoxifying ability makes you wonder about the depths of internal corruption it can reach, delving into hidden crevices where toxins have festered unseen for years, stirring them from their dormancy. The very act of consuming it is an acknowledgement of the impurities you carry, an admission of the unseen battles that rage within your flesh. Vivid fact 3. Daikon's powerful enzymes, specifically diastase, are so potent they were traditionally used to tenderize tough meats, essentially beginning the digestive process before consumption, a silent, almost preemptive act of enzymatic breakdown that hints at its aggressive efficiency within the human body. This macabre predigestion reveals the raw power it wields, an almost predatory ability to break down the very structure of life, reducing dense tissues to a more malleable state, foreshadowing its work on the complex molecules within your own system. Consider the implications of inviting such a relentless force into your body. It is a silent predator of toxins, a relentless hunter of fats, and an unyielding ally to your beleaguered organs. It does not discriminate. It simply acts, driven by an ancient biochemical imperative to restore balance through confrontation. The horror is not in its action, but in the necessity of it, the acknowledgement of the internal decay it must battle. It forces a stark introspection, a moment of reckoning with the consequences of modern life, the invisible poisons we absorb, the insidious fat we accumulate. This pale giant reveals the true extent of what lurks beneath the surface of health, the unseen monsters it vanquishes. It's a testament to the primal intelligence of nature, an intelligence that operates beyond our understanding, focused solely on the enduring struggle for purification. The true horror isn't just what it cleanses, but what it leaves behind, not emptiness, but a raw, vulnerable purity you might not be prepared for. It strips away the comfortable shroud of your accumulated habits, the physical manifestations of your indulgences, leaving you exposed to the stark, unvarnished truth of your own cellular existence. It's like peeling back layers of an ancient, petrified skin, revealing something both terrifyingly fragile and exquisitely resilient beneath. You become acutely aware of the internal machinery, the delicate balance, the constant, unseen struggle for equilibrium. The silence after the internal storm can be more unsettling than the storm itself. An unsettling quiet where you can almost hear the faint echo of the toxins that have departed, leaving a phantom limb of their former presence. It forces you to confront the reality of your body as a temple, yes, but also a battlefield, a site of constant vigilance against unseen decay. Because when you truly understand the relentless, almost surgical precision of its internal mechanics, you realize the Daikon is not just a food item. It's a living testament to the gruesome reality of internal purification, an unyielding force that strips away the comfortable illusions, revealing the stark, unsettling truth of your own biological vulnerability and resilience. It confronts the insidious buildup, the silent strangulation of your cellular integrity, and rips it away with cold, almost clinical determination, forcing a revelation. But where the clarity it brings, some truths are better left undisturbed.